Hello and welcome everybody to Fight Legends Development Update number 12. As always, I'm here with my lead dev on the project, Dizzley. How you doing today, man?
Yeah, pretty good stuff, man.
Awesome. Of course, as always, so many cool things to talk about today. Let's dip right into it for everyone. We've got a really cool Briggs, Shannon Briggs character, pretty close to being finished. Talk us through what you're seeing here. I guess hair's the last thing to go. From last week, we're seeing like a different drapery, a little more detail on the gloves and things like that. So this is really
Yeah,
cool to see. It's exciting.
yeah. Basically, all the meshes, all the textures here have been finalized. You can see all the detail, all the like AO, which is the ambient occlusion, all of the texturing, which is what pops out, which is like normal maps. So all of those things have been pretty much set up. Like I say, the hair is just the last final part that'll probably get some just some texturing detail, maybe a little bit of like mesh morphing, just to give it a last little bit of like hair feeling to it.
Right.
But obviously that hair as well won't be just stuck in that position. That'll probably be in the engine. We'll hook it up to physics, so it'll be moving around dynamically.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, this looks sick. I mean, his muscles, or look, his back looks awesome. Definitely keen. We see some now like a yellow, maybe like an electronic strip implanted through his arms, and then you see a little bit like instead of a what you would see like usually be like the protector that a boxer wears for the kidneys, the kidney protector. You
Yep.
see some more electronic nodes sort of thing. So
Mm.
very cool. And of course, these are all going to lead to, like we were talking about last week, some special moves like a cannon punch and that sort of thing, right?
Yeah, it's sort of like, as you can see, especially with the back shot, you can see like a cable coming from and to the gloves. So basically, it's all about enhancing his like cannon power.
Yeah, that looks sick. Love it. And so, what are the how far out do you think it is before this will be complete?
I think that this has literally, I think that the developer got working on it, the artist we got working on it, is he's wrapping this up as we speak. And then it'll just be taking it off and getting it rigged. So that the rigging process typically takes, it depends on how complex the rig is, but a couple of days to a week. And then, if it's got any like minor adjustments that need to be made, a couple more days added to it. And then, but before then, the animator can typically start to animate it before those final touches are done because it doesn't change too much about
Mm,
the animation data.
interesting.
So yeah, we should hopefully start getting bits and pieces of him in the engine, but we're right now we're focusing on Nyx as much as we can.
Right. So I was gonna say, so Nyx is still set to be playable in the demo before Briggs, but
Yeah, she will be.
okay.
She's in the lineup.
Gotcha. Awesome. All right. And next up, we've got more. We were speaking of Nyx. More Nyx animations have been mocked up, but haven't been implemented yet. What are some of the new animations that have been mocked up?
Couple of different combos. We're really playing around with her idle animation because we really want to nail the sort of vibe that gives. It's a lot of personality, and obviously it's the animation that all the other animations move from. So it's starting and then they come back to that animation. So it's very important to sort of nail that before you keep going with all the other animations. We really wanted to sort of get her ready and available for our light of events coming up, but I'm not sure if we're going to be able to make the time frame. Either way, it's all part of the process. She will be playable at some point pretty soon in the future. As soon as we get these animations like really nailed down, we just wanted to make sure that the personality and her sort of style and vibe really comes through with the animations.
Absolutely. Yeah, that'll be very cool. We saw some video of you guys working on the cable throw, and we started talking about concept behind like what other things it could do, from launching it at people to having it launch us through the air. And then someone
Yep.
actually even mentioned that in the case that you miss, that the opponent is able to pick it up and throw it back or beat you over the head with it or something. That's kind of funny, right?
That would be pretty funny.
That's not bad. That's not bad. I think that might have been
That's
Warburn or
good.
somebody from our
Could just
community.
could give her a slap. We could.
Yeah, just throw it back at him. Yeah, that's hilarious. Okay, so next we've got companion bot trait mock-ups well underway. Those will be teased at the live event on May 4th. Tell us more about that and how far along we are.
Yep. So we're basically exploring all of the different themes that we want to play with the companion.
Right.
We can't. We're not ready to show anything yet. It's very very rough stages to begin with, and we're beginning to put it into the plugin and generator that we're making to set up for the randomization of the traits. But we were really we've really had a bunch of core meetings recently around the sort of what kind of themes that we wanted to go with, and the rarity of having lots of different traits that create sort of an entire costume, and how rare those would be. So, you might have, I don't know, for example, you might have little devil horns, devil wings, devil tail, pitchfork, things like that. And if all of those traits line up together, obviously it would be quite rare to have them all together, but that would create an entire costume aesthetic, and even the color scheme with the bot, to just kind of give you a little devil sort of bot, and yeah, we're just working with lots of different ideas. We've got some cool ideas for costumes, for full body costumes. That would kind of be unique one of ones, because we'd sort of hide all the other traits. But yeah, we're really excited. I really want to start teasing it, but I want to wait till it starts to look the way that you want it before throwing it out there.
Yeah, and a little heads up to people out there, if you're a Bloody Faces holder, during the last Bloody Faces meeting, we actually gave them access to the document so they can throw in ideas for traits they'd like to see on the companion bot. So that's one of our first steps towards really bringing those Bloody Faces holders in on the kind of the development process, making them decisions gameplay-wise and creative-wise. So that's very cool for people.
Yeah, so that's kind of the beginning of our DAO setup that these Bloody Faces are a part of.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. All right, man. And then next we've got the game trailer. Well, okay, so the game trailer is complete, and that's also going to be revealed on May 4th. And then when will the public be able to see that? Will that be launching publicly the same day, or do you know?
Yeah. Sorry, I think the internet might be playing up a little bit. Basically, yeah, the game trailer is complete, and we will be dropping it on May 4th event. And we've basically got my brain just went boop. Yeah, we've got the game trailer is complete. We'll be doing it at the event. We've got a few other things that we're dropping at the event as well. I'm not sure when the public will be able to see it. I think we'll basically be dropping it directly after the event for the public.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure people are going to be filming it when it drops. So maybe we'll get some community footage too. You never know.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's cool.
That might be the case.
All right. So yeah, we've been speaking about the live event May 4th. That's kind of the last thing that we have going on. Development wise, I guess this is pertinent because we were trying to get certain things ready. There will be the demo will be playable and set up for people to hang out there. We've got the game trailer drop, companion bot tease. There's going to be live speakers. Akamoto's going to be dropping some alpha for everyone, an official statement from him in support of the project. So, yeah, that's going to be super exciting. How exciting are you guys over there to get this going for the first event?
Yeah, well, I've been to the venue twice now, and we've been doing some heavy floor planning. You can actually see the event that we're going to be hosting it in the backgrounds of our pictures.
Yes.
It's going to be a sort of a gaming space that we've got. We're going to be having some arcade machines brought in, just to give that extra sort of vibe to it. One of the venues we were looking at actually had lots of arcade machines, but it was a very narrow event and we couldn't fit many people in it. So
right.
We were like, oh, we really want this one, but it's probably not going to be really as usable. We've already sold out all of the tickets. We're actually going to have some cosplay event happening, which basically we're going to pick some cosplay. All of the team are going to try and dress up with cosplay as well to try and just add some fun to it. We'll see who wins those events. We're going to have merch available for people to buy, and we'll be giving it away as prizes. We're going to have a tournament, so people who come in at the door, we're going to set up who's going to wants to be involved in the tournament, and we're just going to have a random selection of people come through, play each other. Winner goes through the next round, loser gets cut out of the tournament. So and then we'll have a prize at the end of that as well.
Yeah, an open free draw bracket is a perfect way to do one of these, so people can just hang out with the bracelets. It's going to be really well set up, so that's going to be great.
Yeah, it'll be really easy to organize, thankfully. And then we've got like you mentioned, we're going to have some live speakers who are invited. We're basically co-hosting this event with another group that did an event recently in Melbourne.
Okay.
So we're going to be doing that together with them. Then we're going to have the game trailer drop. We're going to have the advisor and introduction drop, like you mentioned. We're going to tease the companion bot a little bit as we begin to really like bring that together as our big first NFT drop.
For sure.
And we're going to have like a little section, for live event speakers with a live Q&A for people in the crowd to even ask questions and things like that.
Awesome. Yeah, that's going to be a great first, go at it to get everything, ironed out. So yeah, it's going to be super fun. And it's kind of cool that it's like not that many people, again, not just for the fact that it's our first one, but keeps it a little more intimate, it's going to leave some people FOMOing. I'm seeing people like be messaged and stuff online, and a lot of them are like, I can't, it's creating a little bit of FOMO, right? So it's the word's getting out.
We also wanted to set up the system because obviously the bar has speakers around the whole thing. We want to probably bypass their speaker system and set up our own at the back so that half of the bar is a little bit quieter than the other half that's going to be more noisy, so people can actually mingle and actually have the chance to talk. Because in these events, what happens, they blare music so loud, or the announcers, everything's so loud that you just you can't mingle and talk. And that's what a lot of these events are actually about, making connections, about people talking about what they're interested in, finding people who are also like-minded. And then I'm not going to ruin it too much, but what we were talking about just before we came on, which is the next event after this will be a lot bigger. We're basically planning. There's a big venue we've got in mind.
A much louder. The other video looks loud. Now that video looks loud.
It does look loud. Yeah. There is some like different layers of the venue, so we can maybe hopefully make one of them a little bit more communication able. But then it's got a sort of an arena, so that venue looks absolutely amazing, and we're going to be very excited. We're actually going to sort of tease that at this next event as well, that'll be the next one in a couple months time.
Heck yeah. Well, that's going to be fun. I'm definitely going to have to get my things in order if I want to try and hang out.
We'll definitely get you over. Come and visit Oz.
Yeah, absolutely.
Land down under.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get away with coming without the wife, but
well, she can come too.
Yeah, I'll drag her along. She'll be buying the tickets, so she'll have to. I won't be able to leave her behind. Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much again for hanging out every week. You guys have been very hard at work behind the scenes, so even though we don't have like tons of assets right now, it's because we're actually kind of, I guess, gearing up for some really big drops and some really cool stuff that we're going to be able to show you soon. So
there's been a lot of management behind the scenes. Like this week has just been so heavy with just meetings and making connections and setting up things. So hopefully next week it'll be back really strongly into development. But this week's just been a huge amount of stuff in the back end.
All right. Do we have any teasers about what we might be seeing next week if things went well? I mean, would we see more bot stuff or?
I'm hoping that we'll have more bot stuff to show because again that'll be after the live event, so hopefully we'll have our artists will have been making more and more progress on that, so we'll probably have a couple of stuff that we can show.
Cool.
We've got we'll have some more content obviously from the event as well. We'll have a couple of different I'm making a sort of a content loop to show sort of all the development aspects that we've been building everything, so that we can sort of display that as well.
Nice.
We'll definitely have more nicks implemented in the engine, and we'll even potentially be starting on one of our next character sculpts. But we'll see about that, because even our character artists might be being pulled away from characters for the moment, just to help with some of the unique parts of the companion.
Okay.
So those things might be the stuff that we can start to show next week.
And that would be that we would be switching that, or is that?
It's actually Jonathan, our character, who's doing the Shannon sculpt, for example, at the moment. Would be pulling him off because he's just about to finish it. We would be typically putting him straight onto the next character, but we've got a couple of cool, unique meshes that we maybe want made for the companion, so he might have to be pulled off to.
Gotcha.
Make
Love
some
it.
Cool looking stuff like that.
Yeah, we got to we'll call them out by name here because the team definitely deserves the acknowledgement. So
Definitely.
Yeah, there's lots of people working behind the scenes. We just make you come on front of the camera to represent them all.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, man. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Make sure to watch stuff on Twitter, watch for clips on Twitter. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time on the Fight Legends Dev Update. Later.